Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all in today's online class. Today's topic it is also same, that is geography and overview. In last two classes also we discussed about the same topic, but last two classes we discussed about each two books. The two books means these are related to the theory book. Related to the first in the first day we discussed about the fundamentals of physical geography. That means contents and each and every unit, what type of topic we have to read, etc. In second day we discussed about the second theory book, India Physical Environment. And today we have to discuss, and we are here to discuss, and that is practical work in geography. That means it is the practical book, and what type of contents, what type of chapter, what type of topics are there, let us see. So dear students, already I have told you that that in geography 100 marks, in this 100 marks 70 marks, that is for which thing? That is for theory. And within this 70 marks, 35 marks for first theory book, that means fundamentals of physical geography. And then second, that is second book contains another 35 marks, so 35 plus 35 equal to 70, and remainings, that means 30. This 30 is for, that is practical work. And in this 30 marks, take a look at the marks distribution here. In this 30 marks, that Unit 1 fundamentals of maps, that is 10 marks, and Unit 2 topographic and weather maps, that is 15 marks. So 10 plus 15 equal to 25, and practical record book and viva, that is 5 marks, so total 30 marks. So 10 marks for Unit 1 fundamentals of maps. Within this fundamentals of maps, which chapters and which topics are coming, I will tell you. And Unit 2 topographic and weather maps, that is 15 marks, and then practical record book and viva, that is 5 marks. So now let us see that how many chapters are there. There are that is total 8 chapters present. Chapter 1 introduction to maps, chapter 2 map scale, chapter 3 latitude, longitude and time, chapter 4 map projections, then chapter 5 topographical maps, chapter 6 introduction to aerial photographs, chapter 7 introduction to remote sensing, and chapter 8 weather instruments, maps and charts. So there are 8 chapters present. Now let us see, but there are 2 units present which are not written here, but here it is written Unit 1, Unit 2. So here Unit 1, take a look who are coming. That is in fundamentals of maps, geospatial data, concept of geographical data matrix, point line, area data, maps, types of map, scale, construction, simple linear, map projection, etc. Unit 2 study of topographic map, aerial photography, satellite imageries, use of weather instruments, thermometer, etc. So that means in Unit 1 which chapters are coming? Introduction to maps, map scale, and also that is latitude, longitude, time and map projection. So up to chapter 4, chapter 1 to chapter 4, that is coming under Unit 1 fundamentals of maps, and it is carrying 10 marks. And then chapter 5 to 8, 5 means topographical maps, 6 means introduction to aerial photographs, chapter 7 means introduction to remote sensing, and chapter 8 means weather instruments, maps and charts. These 4 chapters, 5, 6, 7, 8, chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7, chapter 8, these are coming under Unit 2. So distribution is clear. So now come to the topic. First chapter, that is chapter 1. The name of this chapter is Introduction to Maps. So you can guess it is related to the introduction of which thing? Maps. Already we read about the word map in class 6. There is one chapter present in class 6, chapter 2, representation of the earth. How can we represent the earth? Earth can be represented, we know, in 2 ways. One, that is globe, it is a 3D form, and another, that is the map, which is in 2D form. So here in this chapter we have to read about only one, that is map. So first thing what we have to read here, what is a map? So map means, you know, it is the representation of the earth in 2D form. 2D means two-dimensional forms on a flat surface with the help of scale, direction, symbol, color. This is called as map. So this thing we have to read. Next also we have to read for information, general information, that what is the difference between map and globe. So like I have told, map is a 2D representation of the two-dimensional representation of the earth, and globe is a three-dimensional representation of the earth. There are some other differences present. At the time of detailed study we will discuss this thing. Next, that is history of map making. This thing also you have to read. That means you will see that when I will tell in detail at the time of discussion, that time you will see that I will tell you that map in the ancient time it was made without the help of scale, without the help of direction, symbol, color. It was made on a clay tablet, it was made on a metal plate, it was also made on the skin of the animals. So that type of things. And at that time, in the beginning, maps were made on the basis of memory and observation, and there was no use of scale. That's why at that time map was known by the name sketches. So first map that was made, world map, that was made by the cartographer, name is Ptolemy. Here within bracket I have written the name of the cartographer, Ptolemy. He at first made the first world map, and the diagram, this world map here it is given. Take a look. This is the Ptolemy's map of the world. Next thing also you have to read, that is components of map. Components of map means here you have to read, that is direction. There are two types of direction present: cardinal points and intermediate direction. That means north, south, east, west, northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. These directions also we have to read. Next, that is scale. Also scale we have to read. Next, symbol. Next, color. These are the four components we have to read here. Next, cartography. Cartography means that I have already told in the first class that there is a course present which we can do, that is in master degree also, MA/MSc, that is cartography. So cartography means it is the science of map making, and cartographer means a person who is an expert in cartography. He is called as cartographer. That means here Ptolemy is one cartographer because he prepared the map of the world. Next, that is process of map making. Process of map making means what type of things we have to prepare when we are going to make a map. We have to arrange a scale at first. We have to find out proper exact scale, suitable scale. We have to do the map projection. Map projection means that we have to convert the globe surface, that means three-dimensional surface, into two-dimensional surface on a flat surface. This thing we have to do. Map design, how can we design the map construction, etc. Next, that is types of map. There are so many types of map present. That is as for example, large scale map, small scale map, and also that is physical map, political map, and also thematic maps. That type of maps are there. So we have to read also. And significance of a map. That means a map helps us in which thing, that is distance, direction, area, etc. So that is chapter 1. That means we have to read about different aspects of map in this chapter. Next, that is chapter 2, map scale. So I have already told in previous one, that means in chapter 1, that one important component of a map is map scale, because scale is the only that is thing which helps us to represent any feature on that is on a map in a reduced form. Reduced form means that we know very well that thing you want to represent one, and that is railway line. So whenever we are going to represent the railway line on a map, we have to at first reduce it according to the area of the map. So this reduction activity is done by whom? Scale. So scale work is to reduce the original things, whatever present on the that is earth surface, and we have to produce on the map with the help of scale. So here we have to read about what is a map scale. Map scale means it is the ratio between map distance and ground distance. So there are two types of distance present. One that is map distance. Map distance means the distance on a map between 2 points, and ground distance means the distance between 2 points on the ground, that means Earth's surface. Ground distance is the real one and the map distance is the reduced form of the ground distance, and this reduction work is done by whom? That is by scale. When we'll discuss in detail, at that time we'll tell you everything. Now that is the next importance of a scale. I have already told it helps to reduce the things which are present on the earth's surface and to represent easily on the map. Types of scale also, there are three types of scale present. Statement scale. Statement means here like 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. So I have already told there are two types of distances present, map distance, ground distance. So here you can see 1 centimeter means it is the map distance and 1 kilometer means it is the ground distance. So what here it is done that on a ground between 2 points, the original distance is 1 kilometer. So you cannot represent 1 kilometer in the same form on the map. It is impossible. So we have to reduce it. So we have reduced this 1 kilometer to 1 centimeter with the help of scale. So that's why 1 kilometer on the ground, it is reduced with the help of scale, and then this 1 kilometer is represented on the map as 1 centimeter. So 1 centimeter is the map distance and 1 kilometer is the ground distance. Next scale is that is representative scale. In short we are telling RF scale, like 1:50,000. Here that is what 1 centimeter 50,000 centimeter. Both the units are same, but in statement scale the map distance unit is different and the ground distance unit is different. Here that is what units are same. 1 centimeter is equal to 50,000 centimeter. That means here 1 centimeter is map distance and 50,000 means ground distance. Next that is graphical scale. Graphical scale means that type of scale we have to draw. Here in right hand side I have given one example. We have to draw it. We have to draw a graphical scale with the help of maybe statement scale, maybe representative scale. Then conversion of scale. Conversion of scale means we have to convert a statement scale into RF scale or maybe RF scale into graphical scale. How can you convert a scale from one to other? Next that is construction of graphical scale. How can we draw the graphical scale? This method also we have to read here. So this chapter 2 is related to the totally map scale. Now come to chapter 3. The name of the chapter 3 is latitude, longitude and time. So here we have to read about that is also this chapter we are already read in class 6 also. Here we have to read the same thing. Here we have to read about parallels, which is also called as parallels of latitude or lines of latitude. Latitude also you have to read, then meridians of latitude or lines of longitude, then longitude, then that is how to draw parallels, how to draw meridians. These things we have not read till now. Now we have to find out how to draw them, because these are imaginary lines. These are not real lines that these are present already on the globe or on the earth. It is not. These are imaginary lines we have drawn due to some that is work. That's why we have drawn these lines. Calculation of time. How can we calculate the time? Like local time, standard time, Greenwich mean time, and then world time zones and international date line. Here you can see that here that is international date line is there. That is through the 180-degree meridian. International date line passes through 180-degree meridian. And here you can see that is Greenwich meridian present, that is 0 degree, dotted line Greenwich meridian present. This is Greenwich meridian. 0 degree meridian is also called as Greenwich meridian. So this thing we have to read here. Now come to the next chapter 4, map projection. That it is totally new, but already you have heard the name map projection in the first chapter in the introduction to maps. So map projection means here just that is we have to use the technique of projection. You have seen the projector, that something that is represented or projected on the on a surface or on a wall or on any whiteboard. Same type of thing here Map projection means that it is one technique to draw map. That means we are taking the surface of the globe, 3D surface of the globe, then we are converting this 3D surface of the globe on a flat surface, and then we are drawing a map. That is called as map projection. So it is one technique to draw a map where we are converting the globe's surface on a flat surface, and that is called as map projection. So next, importance of map projection, that means it is the way to draw a map. Next, elements of map projection. So whenever we are going to draw the map projection, we have to draw two things, that is parallels and meridians. Next, that is types of map projection, like conical map projection, cylindrical map projection, Mercator's map projection. Two examples I have given here. Take a look. First diagram, that is related to conical map projection, and second one is the cylindrical map projection. So that type of thing we have to draw: cylindrical, conical, Mercator's, etc. So this is chapter 4. Now come to the chapter 5, topographical map. So topographical map, it is also one type of map, and it is also called as general maps. General maps, why? Because maximum maps, these are related to either natural, that is features. Natural features means like plains, plateaus, mountains, rivers, forest, or man-made features or cultural features, any one, either this one or this one. But topographical map is that type of map which represent both the features. That means natural features, that means which are made by nature, like mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, forests, etc. And cultural features means the man-made features which are made by human beings, like railway, roadway, houses, buildings, temples, mosque, etc. So that's why it is called a general maps, because it has two features. It is representing two features: natural side by side, man-made. Symbols used to represent the features. Here some symbols I have given in the right hand side. Next, that is contour lines. So contour line means that it is joining the equal height places. In detail later I will tell you. So here some contour lines example given. And also that is types of slope. There are three types of slope present: steep slope, moderate slope, gentle slope. Steep slope means mountainous region, moderate slope means plateau region, gentle slope means plain areas. Take a look here, there are two types of slope diagram present. Two types of slope, that is steep slope, gentle slope. And also we have to read types of valley. Now come to the next, that is chapter 6, introduction to aerial photography. It is totally new thing. So aerial photography means that is totally different from normal photography. Here also we are using the camera, but here that is platform is different. Platform means that the place from where we are taking the photography. This platform is in the air. That means aircraft, helicopter, balloon, there we are fixing the camera, then we are taking the photo of anything. That's why it is called as bird's eye view, aerial photography. From air we are taking the photo of the earth's surface, anything, it may be building, it may be natural things, etc. So what type of use or importance of aerial photographs, advantages of aerial photographs, and types of aerial photographs, this thing also we have to read here. So what I have told, aerial photography means we are taking photographs, but from where? From the air. That means with the help of aircraft, helicopter, balloons. Next, that is chapter number 7, introduction to remote sensing. Remote sensing means that we are here also taking the images, photos of the earth's surface, but with the help of satellites. With the help of which thing? Satellite. In aerial photography we have taken the photo with the help of camera, which is fixed in helicopter, aircraft, or balloon. But here that is what? Satellite images are taken. So here we have to read in this chapter what is remote sensing. Then stages of remote sensing. Stages means total process. Here the diagram is given that first of all from the satellite EM or electromagnetic radiation, these are coming, then it is touching the earth's surface, different type of features, and then again it is going back to whom? to the that is satellite, then satellite is capturing this image, then it is going to antenna receiver, then it is going to the computer, then we are analyzing the data, then we are making that is coming to a conclusion, then we are applying this knowledge to help our to do our society better, to that is work something. So here we have to read what is sensor, what is satellite, what is resolution, wavelength, digital image, satellite imagery, etc. Next, chapter 8, it is the last chapter. It is related to weather instruments, maps and charts. Weather instrument means like thermometer, barometer, anemometer, this type of thing. Here we have to read about weather forecast, meteorological department, and also weather maps. How can you prepare the weather maps? Here one example of weather maps given, that is different type of weather elements are represented here, and also weather symbols to represent pure air, what type of symbol, to represent shower of snow, what type of symbol. Different type of symbols are used to represent the weather elements, so that type of things will be read in this chapter. So this is the practical book, total 8 chapters, 2 units are there. First unit, first 4 chapters, second unit last 4 chapters. First unit 10 marks, second unit that is 15 marks, total 25, and 5 marks viva and practical work. So that's all for today. Next day we'll start that is chapters of any theory book. So if you have any problem, if you cannot understand anything, then put up the query through the proper channel. I'll try to solve your problem. So thank you, students.